Damned spiders on this planet. Please hold, I forgot I haven't reloaded. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Star Salvage. I'm 7-Foot Dust Bunny, and yes, I'm back at this wreck, which we're going to know well. Now, some people have mentioned to me, am I not going to take all the cargo extensions? I'm going to take some. I can understand that a lot of people are saying they're like gold dust. They're also dead easy to make. If I remember rightly, if we go quickly to, for example, here, you'll see that, and this is where I'm hoping I'm right here, they take steel plate. In fact, they take 2 steel plate to make these cargo extensions. So, are they worth a shitload of charges on my multi-tool? And looking at the state of my multi-tool's wear, are they worth it? Possibly not. However, thrusters are worth it. Even if I just get them for parts later and, you know, lay them out and then salvage them for other bits I need later, they're still worth it. What I really want are at least 2 of these medium thrusters. Actually, it's got a lot of medium thrusters. So I want these medium thrusters. One, I need them for my quest. I've been making some modifications to the back end here. You'll see. I've actually extended it back by 1 block, or the internal area back by 1 block. I'm probably going to do a few more modifications yet. Still trying to repair up blocks and stuff, but yeah. It's a work in progress. Now, I want some medium thrusters for the back to make sure it keeps moving. I'm thinking about putting a second down thruster there. I need to have a check on the other side as well. But for that, I need some thrusters. And this is my donor vehicle for thrusters. And the only thing when it comes to... Actually, I'll take those as well, because I could do with a shutter door. The only thing that may be worth taking in terms of the cargo extensions is actually the controllers, because the controllers themselves are a bit more expensive to make. They require electronics and stuff to make. So I can agree with taking actual extensions and even ammo lockers and stuff like that. So I say actual extensions. Oh, where did that go? I mean actual sort of blocks. God knows where that actual box went. Don't know. Gonna consider it lost. But the actual extensions themselves, not so much. Oh, hello. I'm being beaten up here. Hang on. Damned spiders on this planet. Please hold, I forgot I haven't reloaded. I still haven't found... I found like loads of spice earlier. I know where I can go to get some, but I haven't just found some wandering around. It's like the game hates me from that point of view. The other thing I'm actually going to take, which is going to be salvage stuff, is I'm going to salvage like these deco blocks, because normally deco blocks, yeah, yield some good items. Typically I'm getting a little chilly here, which is not great. I'll take the armor glass. I'm looking for the rest of these thrusters. There's one there. There were more thrusters around here somewhere. I might have to mark them up on HUD because they're not actually showing. So, good little trick. If you don't know where something is that you're looking for, like there's a thruster right there, and you're looking for it, because that one's clearly hidden inside the actual armor by the looks of it. You can't actually see it. It's obscured inside and it's not visible from the outside. So the best way to deal with that is if you go on properties, you can turn on the items here in show on HUD. And as the thing suggests, they will give you a marker and show you where they are. There's yet another SV constructor here as well, which I might actually take, thinking about it. Again, this, I don't need it. In fact, I've got a stack of them. But the point is that if I want to, I could just put them on the ship and then salvage them. And then I would get parts if I was really desperate for parts. So that wouldn't be the end of the world. Wow, see, look, there's a load of thrusters here. You wouldn't be able to know that they're there, but they are. So steel block, that's a thruster right there. So there's a small thruster here somewhere. There you go. And any other markers? Mobile constructor is just there. And oh, I'm hungry. Yeah, hunger is getting to be a problem. Oh, and I've got hypothermia. Happy days. That will not be helping the hunger either. Right. So that is thrusters. And I need those, and this will warm me up, but it won't stop my food from tanking. So we'll quickly just chow down on one of those. So that will be most of the bits I want from that for the time being, unless I can see any landing gear, which I haven't seen any landing gear on it. I will then take this back to base and commit a few more modifications to this vessel. I know I'd said about looking at the big block thruster at the end of the last episode. I backed away from that, one because it got super dark, and two, I just don't have the ammo. I tried to make some, but not enough. So I need to make some more ammo, and I'd like to be able to see the drones when I'm shooting at them. So yeah, I will knock up a few more modifications here to this little baby, and we'll see where we get to. So I actually came back over to the wreck here because I wanted to steal a few blocks for some of the modifications I'm doing. I've moved the warp core forwards, I've blocked it all off, so this is gonna end up, I'm still leaving a space for a shield. I am gonna put an extra down thruster in here just to give us some extra lift. I've kept most of the bits I need on board here. So we've got some medium thrusters here. Now, I've got these two enormous thrusters. I'm not sure. Well, I've got these Jet S's. I'm tempted to put these as reverse thrust, actually. I've got to look at their sort of CPU usage. They're not that much higher than these. They're a bit, but I think by the time I've got 4 of these, I'll have oodles of forward thrust. And stopping's going to be the problem because I've only got 3 reverse thrusters. So what I'm looking at doing is sort of changing the configuration around here. So my plan, as is at the moment, is to put one down there and one down here next to where the shield will go, and that should be the end of the quest. Yes, salvage and survival handy assistance. Good. If your small vessel doesn't have a generator or fuel tank, you'll need to build these along with a cockpit in order to use your small vessel. Congratulations, you've achieved rank 3 engineer. So continue. And I just got loads of stuff. Capital vessels make extremely valuable mobile bases. Rather than bring salvage material and resources to your base, with a capital vessel you can bring your base to the resources. As an engineer you can build blah blah blah, all the thrusters you need, yes. To do this you must place small thrusters, 2 medium thrusters on a capital vessel. You can salvage these off the occasional crashed junk capital vessel you'll find, or build them yourself. Right, that's fine. That's our task. I need to get warm because I'm freezing to death. And my thrusters should be off. Thank you. And I need to continue with this. Now, rank 3, interestingly, we're so close to being level 15, so I can get that armor I wanted as well. But, rank 3, I had a feeling that gave me the option to... I thought they said you then get the option to unlock another specialization. Can I unlock another specialization? No. Okay. Because, yeah, I was hoping with that rank 3 I'd be able to unlock the next specialization as well and start combining some of these up. Because... things like at least a scout rifle sounds good. Maybe a T2 scout rifle at level 15 would be highly handy. I mean, a magazine capability 30, which is oh so much better than we have at the moment, and damage 70, which is so much better than the weaponry we have at the moment. I mean, combat would be awesome. Sorry, I'm getting dragged into looking at this now. But, like, personal combat... Okay, damage 70 for a basic assault rifle. A T2 is 81. A T2 shotgun. A pulse rifle is 80. It's not that much more. I mean, the laser rifle is. And the sniper rifle is obviously stupid powerful, as we all know. But yeah, it's not that crazy, so I still want to get that specialization up together. That's the right location for that, isn't it? No, it needs to be back one. Why have we got a vertical thruster here then if we haven't got a vertical thruster? We've got a vertical thruster on the other side, haven't we? Am I cracking up? I need to have a look at how that's being done. And I'm cold again. Okay, I will figure this out and I'll bring you back in when I've finished, basically, hopefully, and we can go wandering. Okay, so here is a quick tour. Actually, we'll do it like this. A quick tour of the updated Tron. So we do still have the door on the rear, and you can still get in. There's a place for the shield. There's no 2 station. There's the med bay. Fridge, grav drive. Room for something else. Room for a shield. Now, the only issue I've got is I did look at taking the guns off here and sticking them on, because I'd love to get the 5 guns on here. But the problem is CPU. And I did look at taking the grav drive out. That would save me 350 CPU, but it actually makes a significant difference. So I'm keeping it. In all fairness to KnowItALLDM, his grav drive is pretty cool, and it's an idea I really like. It's a really nifty idea, and something, you know, Empyrion ought to think about embracing. Anyway. Yeah, so if we look at this, what was it I'm looking at? Here we go. Yeah, we're very close on CPU, and it takes 770 each. Now, I could, in all fairness, probably put one, you know, even it up, take the one off the front, and then just do it that way, which would give me 4, and I'd be just a tiny bit over CPU. In fact, for now, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I wish I could unload these, but you can't. So I don't know, actually. I can find these around, can't I? So I'm gonna keep that, and then I'm just gonna stick that one, which I probably shouldn't have taken off, but I was gonna anyway. So I've lost the ammo out of that as well, and put that one on there, and then we can do some deco or something on it later. We'll put that one on, and we'll put another one on, and then we're evened up. So I didn't go for 3 up here. I went for actually having 2 of the bigger thrusters here, but that's actually going to work and actually saves me CPU. If I had more of them, I would probably put 2 of them either side here on the back, and then get rid of some of this. Some of these others, and it would actually save me CPU and increase my thrust. But I don't have them, so I can't. So for now, that is all the modifications to the fighter Tron. Of course, we did get the optical bridges, which we got, and I think we must have got a small constructor maybe. When we leveled our engineering skills, so that's good, I guess. I want to put these actually in the big repository for now, so put those in the big repository. Yoink, 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 yoink. These I'm taking with me, those I'm not, that I'm not. So now I have here already made in here some pentaxid. So we are loading up with pentaxid because we might go and see what we can find. Oxygen, we need some, so we're going to be loading up with a bit of oxygen as well. Yes please. There we go. We have some of those, and level 15. Hello, level 15. This is excellent news. Very glad to have level 15. Oh, I've left that on. Level 15 means I should be able to make my... If I can't read that, that is not the armor. I can work it out from that. Light armor, light environmental suit. What I want is the... I'm not sure if this one can make the medium environmental suit, but I want the medium environmental suit. So we need to unlock that from the menu here. Engineering. Is it? And yeah, it's here. So medium environmental suit. Unlock. This is something I very much want. This is basically gonna save me having to have an EVA boost. Does lead to higher food consumption, but my durability is shot on my other one. It stores quite a lot of oxygen. It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be extremely helpful. So unlocked it. Now where is it? Environmental suit. This one, yes. I would like one of those, if you please. Wow. Crafting time sucks. Okay, so while that is taking a short eternity to craft, I don't have an armor locker in here, but I have one in the ship, so that's not a big problem. Food wise, we're not looking great, but there's plenty of animals we can kill, and if I can go down and get that spice if I really have to, and I've got loads of these, so I'm not dying. And in fact, I'm going to, while I think about it, transfer my meds at least onto the ship, because that way I at least have meds to stop myself dying horribly. So I'm actually going to go and collect fuel from my fuel manufacturing over there, and then we're going to go out, and the first place we're going to visit is there is a ISI stronghold over here, and I want to see what they have for sale and what's available there. So that will be the plan. So I'm going to let my suit craft. I'm going to collect those bits and I'll bring you back. So before we head over, I've got my shiny new environmental suit, which I'm about to put on. Yoink, yoink. Thank you. Oh yeah. Shiny new environmental suit. 1000 oxygen. Lovely. And for those of you who noticed, my insanity is kicking in because I was talking about having some more of those thrusters. Turns out I have 6. I'm not sure when I gathered them, but I have 6. So I will be doing a very quick modification right here to do a couple of adjustments there and get those installed. And this might look a little bit different afterwards, but I will do that and I'll bring you back in and show you what I've done. Okay, so welcome to the new back end of the vessel. I think if I was in if I wasn't building in survival, I probably could have done a little better, but you know, it'll do. I'm happy with it. Uh-oh. And now I am stuck inside the ship. As does happen sometimes, I've noticed with some of these weird blocks. Hey, I'm free. So we'll grab that. We'll just hook up the base briefly and make sure we just munch our last couple of bits of food. And then we are off. But we have loads of thrust now, which is an extreme positive. And we also have space for a few more oxygen tanks if we want. We should have plenty of lift thrust. We should have everything. And I need to be careful that I'm not about to fly over Zirax space. We should actually be able to get to space a lot easier, because before it was a little bit of a crawl to get to space, whereas now we should be able to absolutely blast our way there. So what we need to do is somewhere along here, might have been in the opposite direction, actually it might have been this way. There was a whole bunch of ISS buildings, which I do think were over here, so I'm going to cut across the pole. And I want to check out what's there. I've got a few bits in my inventory to sell, so I want to see what's there. I want to see if I can sort of get stuff started on whether there's guns or anything like that. I mean, the next thing, if I want to follow the missions, is going to be getting the thrusters, which I think I will be able to do fairly easily. So here we are approaching the ISS base, and we're not far out, and I've just passed the crashed DSE back, which is where we're going to get ourselves a shed ton of thrusters. So that is going to be a mission for next time or beyond. But this place has, well, a bunch of junk cannons. Okay. A salvage yard. Hello. More and more junk cannons by the looks of it. There's a lot of junk cannons here. I think this is all just defenses. So all we've got is the salvage yard. So let's see what they have here at the salvage yard. Because, well, I'm assuming this guy wandering around with a gun is friendly. We'll land. We'll get out. Hopefully I didn't put any perishables in my fridge. I did not. We've got enough food to last us. Let's see if there's anything we can buy. So, deco console. I'm gonna move away from anything because I don't actually want to upset anyone. Because obviously I don't want to open any of these. I don't want to accidentally shoot someone. So let's have a look here. Hello. Other faction door. Hello, anybody home? Hello? Ah, is this your main entrance to this side? Sorry, I came in the back way. So, what you buy, what you sell? You actually sell landing gear, oddly enough. Holy crap, you buy things like hover engines? Oh boy, do I know where we can get some hover engines. And ground repulsors. And thrust. Oh, you buy lots of stuff. I mean, like, that's completely out of my league cost-wise. I'd love it, but like that L thruster, I'm doubtful I'm gonna have a use for that in anything in the short term. I mean, I could sell that for 2,000 Dubry Firkins. You know, like HV constructors. Oh my god, yeah, we know where so many of those are. I can sell 7 of those. That'll get us a bunch. Hover booster. I've got one of those. They hover engines. It's fine. Is this hover type engines? Oh my god. We could get loaded on this. Is there anything we really want? Like a polarized shield? Oh yeah. SV CPU extenders. Totally not gonna happen. I've got those. Given how much they charge for a detector, that would have been the cheapest way to get it. Emergency SV teleporter. Really? That looks cool. I want one. Hull generation. I mean, look, a polarized shield for an SV. 14,000. I mean, we've definitely got some of this, like RCS. RCS, I could sell them loads. I've seen loads of them. Warp drive. Okay, we've already got a warp drive. My god, there's a lot we could sell. Unfortunately, we can't sell much of the stuff we actually had to sell. I think the Polaris will buy some of it. Maybe I can buy a better gun off the Polaris. Because it seems at the moment, level 15. I mean, auto miners, woohoo. What am I going to do with an auto miner on a planet where there's nothing to mine? I'd love one of these, but I'm away from that yet. I mean, you know, damage 900. 900? Are you kidding me? Damage 900? Okay, that's pretty badass. Now, someone did say to me, actually, these tools show in the description how much they give you back. Oh, return factor. Yes, it says. I see it there. Under reload time, return factor is 0.33. So, like, the salvage tool we've got. Okay, so the multi-tool return factor 0.33. The advanced multi-tool is 0.667. And the master multi-tool, I'm guessing, is 100%. So, flux core oscillators. See, this is the thing. I could probably take stuff apart and then get one of those, and then you're looking at more like things like taking these things actually apart with the gun, or using a deconstructor or something like that, because there's cobalt alloy, there's all sorts of useful parts in these things. So I'm not sure which way I'm going to go for next time, because we need thrusters. Yes, we need small thrusters and we need medium thrusters for a capital vessel, which we could obviously do some bits with. However, what I'd really like to do is get an entire ship and start thinking about fixing it up. And of course, I can jump now. So I did have a little scooter boot earlier and I couldn't find any unguarded vessels up here, or there were two patches, both were guarded, the one we saw before and one other. There is a junk field just over here, and there is a junk field here. We could also check out the moon. So I think next episode we're going to be doing a little bit of exploring and jumping about to really see if we're going to take a CV from somewhere else, or if we're going to, I guess, build one from scratch. So I'm going to make myself a core and have with it. We'll probably start off by going over to the DSE back and grabbing some of those thrusters anyway, just so that we've got the thrusters available. As we saw before, there's the other crashed CV, which we can get some thrusters from. We could even use it to complete the mission. But that will all be next time. As I'm going to say, thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time. Thanks a lot.